My buddy here, what are you doing? Sit still. I wanted to give you an update on health insurance, okay? Um, if you watched the first two tapes, you know that I was paying um, a lot of money for health insurance through my Cobra plan with my previous employer. I had Blue Shield Blue Cross of Alabama, was paying $562 a month, US dollars, and all it was killing me here is more than my rent. So I finally got the Sura health insurance here, the private plan, with two plans. You can look at the other tape, I'm not going to go into it too much. The private plan is the called the Poliza, Poliza, and you have the government plan, which is the EPS. You know, I cannot take the EPS government plan because I don't have my visa, my cellular national ID card. So right now, that's a cheap plan, $30 a month. I have two guys that have it and they said it's fine. I have the more expensive private plan, the Poliza, and about 10% of the population here have it because it's expensive. At $230, we think it's cheap in the US, but $230 here in Colombia is a lot of money. And a person's average salary, I mean, the minimum salary is about $300 a month, $290 a month, so paying $230 a month is pretty steep if you live here. Okay, so I have that plan. Going from 562 to 230, I was happy, right? And when I get my visa, I'll see if I can go even lower to $30 a month. I'll see by then. But let's give you an update on my Sura plan and see how it works. So, first thing I want to say is, when I went to the Sura facility, they have a big facility, 5 floors, doctors and everything else, labs in Industrialis, which is close to the Premium Plaza, new facility. When I went there for the first time to check out my acid reflux, I looked around and made sure I found a doctor who spoke English. You know, find a doctor who speaks English because my Spanish is not that great. You know, and all the receptionists, they don't understand English at all. Sometimes, like today, I'll find a lady at the counter. She said, "Can I help you?" Because she's, you know, a customer, a client. I said, "I know English." And she, "I always want to help you." So she helped me out a little bit, which is great. But I can use my translator. So I found a doctor who spoke English, became friends, got his WhatsApp number. So, you know, now he's my personal doctor. I see him, like today we sat and talked about Disney. He wants to take his kid to Disney World in Orlando, and he wants to visit. He has a friend in Kendall. We talked a lot about, you know, life in New York, New Jersey, Miami. And he teaches me about here, and I teach him about there, which is a good thing. But when I want anything, I can just tap WhatsApp him, and he's very helpful. You know, so I always try to find someone like that. Someone asked for his number, I said no. You know, I'm not going to give the person the number out without his permission. Plus, he's my contact. Find your own contact. I know to do that stuff. All right. So anyway, I want to give you an idea how it's been working for me so far. Ups and downs, it's been very good. Some of it's just me not knowing the language. For instance, you know, I had this one to take the test for the, you know, to put the camera down your throat and look at your inside your upper intestine and see if you have, you know, any kind of issues there, or take a biopsy because I'm getting all this acid reflux. And I got that done. And I got an ultrasound of the stomach done just to check out. They're very thorough here. They're very thorough. You know, I'm going to show you this, and maybe in the video I'll pull it up so you can see it and refer back to it. Just what it covers. So those two tests, zero deductible. You know, in the U.S. it's going to cost a fortune for those tests. You know, it went down your throat and looked at it, and also did the scan of the stomach, and it took a lot of time too. Quick story. So, you know, then again, me not knowing Spanish very well, day before the test, you know, the nurse told me to bring someone with you to take you home because he's going on the general anesthesia, which makes sense, right? You can't just send you home without someone with you. So in the U.S., I know they want to make sure somebody's there to take you home, or get somebody's name, they call them whatever. The person doesn't have to be there for the entire procedure, you know. So when I showed up that day, last week or whatever, I told this lady to pick me, friend that picked me up, at 1 o'clock. She'll be over by 1. I'm going to start by 10. She'll be over by 1. So went to the facility, excuse me, sorry, facility, and they asked me, the person, where's the person that's with you? I said, they're coming at 1 o'clock. And I said, no, the person has to be here the entire time. I said, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. I said, well, that's a procedure. You can't do it without a person being here. So if I die when I'm under general anesthesia, what can a person do? You know, they can't do anything, but that's the rule. So I was there, I said, well, can you try it the other way? You know, where you spray your throat, numb your throat, and do it that way. There were 2 options. I said, I'm already here, give it a shot. Spray my throat, numbed it with a spray. I saw that big thing coming towards me. It's a big scope, man. You know, long, you put it down your throat with a camera on the top and on the end of it, a little light. So they sprayed my throat, waited a couple of minutes, sat there, started to put it down my throat, man. I started gagging. I started gagging. And they said, no, you can't do this, you gotta stop. Let's relax. I was trying, I think it was too large, man. You know, guys said, we can't do it. You have to be still. Because I wasn't tough enough. Maybe they didn't spray enough down here, I don't know. So, I come back the next day. They said, next appointment is a month from now, we're going to try to fit you in, right? So, just come back, it was pretty cool. When I told the Sura rep what happened, she was kind of shocked, so you're lucky, you know, just, you know, be a nice person and, you know, working with these people. So I came back the next day and said, we're going to try to fit you in. Just show up at 11 o'clock, somewhere between 11 and 1, we'll try to get you in here. So I showed up at 11 o'clock on the dot, or a little earlier, and within 20 minutes of being there, they said, come on in, we got a spot for you now. I'm like, damn, lucky, you know. So they brought me in there, put me under. I brought another friend to take me home this time, you know, a fella I knew, you know, expat. So they got it done. So that test, other test, next day, 0 deductible. You believe that? So I'm gonna go to the chart and show you a little bit about the chart. So for the, there's 2 parts of the chart. One for in-network, out-of-network, okay? It's a little expensive out-of-network, but it's still cheap, but it costs a little more out-of-network. For instance, for a specialist, to see a regular specialist for an office visit, it's 21,000 pesos, which is $7 in-network, and 32,500, you know, that's out-of-network. That's 10 something, almost about $11, close to $11, still not bad. My office visit for specialists in the US was like 35 bucks or 50 bucks, you know, and for general doctor, it's 16,500, you know, which is 550 for general doctor. That's in network, which is what I had today. Out of network, 32,500 pesos, which is still a little under 11 bucks. Still not bad. Okay, so if you have any shots, orthopedic shots in your joint for any kind of inflammation or anything, 0 deductible. You have all the lab tests, etc., 0 deductible. Physical therapy, 12,500 deductible for each visit. That's $4.50 or 4 something. That's cheap, you know. If you have immunization, 0 deductible, not bad, huh? Here's one that's a little more expensive, but still not bad. If you have to go to the emergency room without consultation first, is 43,000 pesos. If you have consultation before the emergency room, it's 31,000 pesos, okay? But I spoke to my Sura rep and said my policy is written where I never need consultation for the emergency room. So I only pay 31,000 pesos for the emergency room with no consultation. That's the way my policy is written, she told me. She said, don't worry about it. All right? So that's, you know, 10 bucks, 330, you know, 10 something. That's pretty cheap emergency room, right? Try that in the US. You know. And last year, when I was on my, what am I last in? This last section of the chart is about ambulance service, which I didn't take it. It's a little more. I didn't have it at all, and it would cost a little more to take the ambulance service, and you don't need it, man. I've, knock wood, never had to take ambulance service all my life. You know, might need it sometime, but you can just grab the money you're gonna pay every month. You can pay for it individually if they show up. It's not too expensive, or grab an Uber to the hospital. The best hospital, one of the best hospitals in South America. If you look it up, it's this Pablo Benturin Hospital in Robledo. Went there last year, for an example. I was, I went because I knew that it was covered. My policy in the U.S. with Blue Shield Blue Cross of Alabama, I had paid all my deductible up to date, because it was, I had some little stuff done early in the year. I paid all the deductible, and so I knew that everything I spend money on now was going to be, paid for. So I was feeling kind of big, worn out because I was working out really heavy weights and really tired myself out. Felt worn out. I got the flu. I went to the emergency room. So I didn't have a doctor here. So I said, go to the emergency room. I asked them first how much did it cost. It was $43 for the emergency room. I went to the best hospital in all of South America. I think this Catholic hospital is beautiful. It's a beautiful hospital, clean, excellent. I mean, they can look it up, okay? And it was $43 emergency room. I said, what the hell? I mean, go to the emergency room. And the medication was about $11, And yeah, they're very thorough. They ran 14 blood tests on me, because I was so fatigued, and I think it was an overkill. It covered for me. I got all the money back because I already met my deductible for the year, so it wasn't a big deal. But the cost, that 14 blood tests, was only $384 US. $384. That would have been a fortune in the US. So that's great. And then these 2 tests I took recently for the acid reflux, no deductible, all paid for. So it's a pretty good plan. I'm happy with it. Okay, I'm really happy with it. Even the out-of-network prices are good. $10 for specialists out of network, 10 to 30, but also $11, whatever. And the most expensive thing on here on this chart, if you go to emergency room and out of network, is 77,000 pesos. Divided by 3. That's emergency room out of network. In network is, for me it's 31, because my plan covers without consultation. So it's reasonable. I'm happy with it. They do a very thorough job. They do blood tests, get it back the next day. And the test I took, the result got back the next day. How do you beat that? And I say doctor's just as good as any doctor in the U.S. Anybody might try to tell you. But and that's an update on my Sura plan. I like it so far, and hopefully I don't need to use it at all. But if you need it, I'd like to know you have it. All right? Hope it helps a little bit. Tell you more about health insurance in Colombia. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Say goodbye. Goodbye.